Hi, welcome to Gathering Paradise. My name is Jenny O'Neill. This poem is entitled The Sycamore by Wendell. It is about the sycamore tree, but it is also about the feeling the speaker gets from understanding and observing this tree and this sense of connection and also admiration he has for the sycamore, and you'll understand why. In the place that is my own place, whose earth I am shaped in and must bear, there is an old tree growing, a great sycamore that is a wondrous healer of itself. Fences have been tied to it, nails driven into it, hacks and whittles cut in it. The lightning has burned it. There is no year it has flourished that has not harmed it. There is a hollow in it that is its death, though its living brims whitely at the lip of the darkness and flows outwards. Over all its scars has come the seamless white of the bark. It bears the gnarls of its history healed over. It has risen to a strange perfection in the warp and bending of its long growth. It has gathered all accidents to its purpose. It has become the intention and radiance of its dark fate. It is a fact, sublime, mystical, and unassailable. In all the country, there is no other like it. I recognize in it a principle, an indwelling, the same as itself and greater, that I would be ruled by. I see that it stands in its place and feeds upon it, and is fed upon, and is native and maker. Oh, what a beautiful poem. I love this poem. In this poem, we're ostensibly just talking about a tree, but we are discussing so much more. The speaker starts off talking about how he is in his own place. So we get this idea of blossoming where you're put, where you're planted, growing where you're at, and not trying to sort of escape your place, past, or history. The speaker is in a place that is his own place, whose earth he is shaped in and must bear. So the place is not necessarily great or blissful or Edenic like Eden. It is something that has made him, but he must also bear it like a burden. Then we get the description of the tree. The tree is, first of all, it's a great sycamore. It's an old tree, but it's a great sycamore that is a wondrous healer of itself. We're getting to the heart, the heat of the poem, which is about resilience, which is about living on despite whatever, which is about the mixed bag life gives you, the wonderful things and the horrible things that come with being you in the place where you're at. This tree, which Barry is setting as an example for all of us to follow, to become wondrous healers of ourselves. He describes the things the tree has gone through: fences, nails, whittling, lightning strike. I love this line too. There is no year it has flourished in that has not harmed it. I think for most people, that's most years. You flourish, but there are some harms that happen, minor to major. You don't get to have just solely the flourishing, blossoming, wonderful things without any pain or discomfort. Every year that you have grown, you've also been harmed. And when you put those two together, think about how exceptional it is, your growth and your healing. He then draws attention to the hollow in the tree. So this is a very old tree, old enough that it has a hollow. It's described as its death. So this tree is not a young sapling, it is very old. But even though it is carrying its death, it is at the end stages of its natural life. The living is brimming right around the lip of this hollow and spreading outward. The tree, even while dying, is flourishing in its very unique way. The scars are all covered with the white bark, which is part of a sycamore. Google sycamores, they're gorgeous, gorgeous trees. I love these lines. I want to think of them of myself. Just like Barry, I want to follow this. I want to bear the gnarls of my history healed over. Because I haven't healed everything yet. I'm working on it. But I would love to walk around with that smoothness of all my history being not just healing, but being at peace and comfort with it. It has risen to a strange perfection in the warp and bending of its long growth. So it is not totally linear and vertical. In order to get the light and the best nutrients, it has gone squiggly scraggly. However, that makes it even more perfect. It's this strange perfection because this tree has so long been growing, been putting effort into that. And if you do that for long enough, you might warp, you might bend, but you are going to flourish, blossom, live long, and become a wondrous healer of yourself. Whew. That line, you can tell. I want to do that. I love this, and I would like to think that we can all do this. It has gathered all accidents to its purpose. So when things that we cannot control happen to us, instead of fighting them, we work with them. It's incredibly hard. I think the trees have an easier go of it than we do. At least you don't hear them mitching as much. You're sort of gathering all your circumstances together and making them work for your own purpose with whatever hands of cards you were dealt. And then there's just this praise for the tree. It's called radiant. It's full of intention. It's a fact. It's sublime. It's mystical, and it's unassailable. And then also this, it kind of can sound cheesy, like just be yourself, because you know nobody else can do it. What's the thing? Because that's the only job. Whatever.
The best thing you can be is you?
Yeah, like just be yourself, because every other job is taken.
Something like that.
And like, just be yourself and feel comfortable with it, which that's a great aspiration. I'm not knocking that. I support that.
It's a horrible idea.
I just think that the trite little phrases aren't that helpful, especially in the moment sometimes. There is this sort of trite, like, but you're this unique creature. But it's beautiful here because it's about this tree and it just seems so earnest and simple. In all the country, there is no other like it. And then we get stated very clearly. I, the speaker of this poem, see this tree as I feel something with it that guides me. I recognize a principle, an indwelling that is the same as itself, that is an indwelling sort of force within the tree, but also it's greater. So it's about the divine, cosmic, everything. And he wants to be ruled by this same force of resilience, serenity, of acceptance, of strength, etc. And then he says, I see it stands in its place and feeds upon it and is fed upon and is native and maker. Meaning, okay. Low key, on the down low, I don't really like how the poem ends. I feel bad if we put this in the video. I put all these fake flowers in my hair.
Okay.
But I don't really like how it ends. So I adore this poem, but I don't like the way it ends. I think the last 2 lines are fine. We're getting the duality of nature and of life. You know, that which feeds me also destroys me. It is feeding upon the earth, but things are feeding upon it. Yes, yada, yada. We got that, but we already got that. I don't know. Wendell Berry's amazing, but I would have cut it. Those last 2 lines. So we could just end it with like this principle that I would be ruled by. Sorry, Wendell Berry. I can't believe I'm like recording myself saying this. But I don't like this last 2 because there's so many slam dunks before then, and then I feel like that's a layup.
I'm ticked off!
I feel like it's Shaq at the free throw line.
It's not Shaq at the free throw line bad, but why end on a slow layup when you have these great slam dunks? I really hope that one day I can reach the few people in the Venn diagram who love poetry and love basketball. I don't know how many we are, okay? But I want to find you, because then you'll get really excited when my favorite phrase for a good line is slam, truck, and dunk. And I don't know if the poets are loving all of my basketball analogies, but sorry, can't change it. Live in a basketball family. My son, it's just everything we do. We're a basketball family. Respect. Respect our religion.
You know what I'm saying?
You took it there. I was gonna make it like, respect our Orthodox basketball household. Thank you so much for spending time with us. If you want to support the work, please press that subscribe button, like the video, and share with all of your friends. So Wendell Berry, ooh. Say it.
Okay.
This is such a good poem, I'll kick over the camera. Jenny gives it 3 kicks.
Just be yourself. Just be yourself, honey.
Just be yourself.
That's a Tylenol.
That means I get to take Tylenol. We're rocking out. We're doing it, yeah. Tylenol with fake flowers, doing it Friday night. This is the wild life of Gathering Paradise.